Oh, there it is, over by the rocks. It's, it's so great. It's so exciting after staring for so long to spot one. They're such ridiculous animals. It's still, every time I see one, it feels unreal. So we're just scanning the river now, hoping to spot the platypus as it pops its head up to breathe. They're around here. We've spoken to a bunch of folks on the bridge this morning who've seen them recently, but we've just got to be patient and hope that they'll show themselves to us. I'm Michael Livingston, and we're here this morning up at Templestowe on the Yarra trying to track down the resident platypus that live here, so far unsuccessfully, but the morning is young. To me, it's just incredible how much wildlife we have in the cities. I live quite close to Royal Park and spend lots of time there hanging out with the birds and possums and things that live there. And to be, right in the city here along the Yarra and have amazing creatures like platypus just feels like a privilege and a wonder. I think we often don't realise how much wildlife is still going on around us when we live in cities. This year many people watched the falcons nesting in the live stream on Collins Street, and so right in the CBD these incredible birds that fly at 300 kilometres an hour were just nesting, and I think it's a nice sort of feeling to still be connected to nature even while you're living in these giant cities, and it's coming out and seeing platypus on a Wednesday morning is a thrill, a joy. Every shadowy rock looks like a platypus when you're scanning for them. Every duck, every coot, you think, I've got one. Often you just see them right under the bridge, as clear as anything. They can turn up anywhere, they're little sneaks. So if you're just looking to start finding wildlife in your neighbourhood, just track down your local park or your local creek. There's often groups attached to those places. There's the Friends groups, Friends of Merri Creek, Friends of Royal Park, and they're really helpful at being both a social outing but in a way to find what's in there, to hang out with people who know what's around, and they'll show you the best spots to look for birds or look for other animals. But just going again and again is the best way, I think. Just spending time somewhere and getting to know the nuances of things, how things change over the season, which plants flower when, which birds turn up in which season. It deepens your connection to a place, and you learn more and more about what's there and where to find things. So I've found revisiting places repeatedly the best way to find wildlife and to figure out where wildlife might be. Just popped its head up over by the rocks, and it'll hover around there for a while now if we keep an eye out for it. It's a thrill. One of the reasons I go out looking for birds is just to sort of get away from the city, to be, even in the city, to be away from the noise and the grind of urban life, to be around the sounds of the river, the sounds of birds. And I think there's something that all humans find kind of soothing about that the sounds and smells and sights of nature, to take yourself away from Twitter and work and stresses and just be somewhere where you're experiencing something. You're just in the kind of moment, in a place, listening or looking or paying attention. I think that's the key thing for me, is being somewhere where all of your attention is focused on something, and you're away from your regular stresses. It's hard to find elsewhere for me.